What do you do every morning? What time do you do it? Is it always the same? This is your morning routine. Here's mine. Now in today's video, I want to talk about the present simple tense. Now there are 3 reasons why we use the present simple tense in English. First, daily routines. Second, your habits. And third, general truths. So what is a routine? Well, a routine is something you do every day. Now these things are usually related to your school, your work, or your daily life. They are scheduled, they are structured, they happen in a similar way every day. Things like getting up, making coffee, eating breakfast, going to work or school, these all make up your daily routine. So how is that different to a habit? Well, a habit is something, again, you do regularly, but often it's something you don't think about. It's not something you plan. For example, that's a bad one. I bite my nails. I bite my nails. That's a habit. I don't plan to do it. I do it without thinking about it. Now another one my wife always tells me off about. When we eat ice cream, I eat the chocolate from around the edge before eating the white vanilla ice cream in the middle. She says that is a bad habit.
It's the best way to eat the ice cream.
What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, these habits are not a part of your daily routine. But they are not only bad things, they can be good things too. Sometimes I have students in my class who write amazing notes. They have a very good structure to them. They are very organized, they are color-coded. This is a good habit. Now the last reason to use the present simple tense is to tell a general truth, something that is always true, it doesn't change. For example, Mount Everest. Mount Everest is the highest mountain in the world. Mount Everest is 8,849 meters high. Mount Everest is in the Himalayas. Now, all of these sentences use the verb to be. Now, this tells us about a state, and we call that a stative or a stative sentence. Let's look at another sentence. Now, what do people do there? Well, every year, many people climb Mount Everest. Now here, I didn't use the verb to be. What's the verb in that sentence? Climb. Now this tells me about an action, something someone does. This type of sentence is called a dynamic sentence. Now, in later videos, we will talk in more detail about how to make these present simple sentences. There are different ways to do it. There are different structures for questions and negatives as well. Now, I think the present simple is a bad name. I think a better name could be the present complicated or the present confusing, because actually it's not simple at all. Let's come back to that sentence. Every year, many people climb Mount Everest. Now, my subject here is the people, that many people climb Mount Everest. Let's change that subject. Every year, I climb Mount Everest. Every year, you climb Mount Everest. The verb hasn't changed, has it? It's still climb. But what happens if we change that subject out for he? He climbs Mount Everest every year. Or she climbs Mount Everest every year. Did you spot it? What changed? I added a z sound to the end of the verb climbs. So it's changed slightly because the subject also changed. Now, this is something we will look at in more detail in future videos about the present simple, but I just want to introduce it to you today. Now let's rewind back to the beginning of my daily routine video and we can talk about it together. Let's see what sentences we can make. Oh, not my favourite time of day. I wake up at 6:30 a.m. Actually, I often wake up much earlier than that because my son wakes up and he's crying and he's hungry, so we get up and we give him breakfast. Now at 6:40, I make my coffee. Now coffee is such an important part of the morning, right? And then I make my breakfast at about 6:50 a.m. Now I usually have porridge, I mix that with soy milk, with raisins, bananas, and then some frozen berries on top. It's the best. Now after that I have a shower, I clean my teeth, I get changed, of course I play with my son at 7:40, he likes the piano, and then I leave home at about 8:05. I lock the door, I check my new plants, I grow vegetables in the garden. Oh, it's a nice day today. This is my favourite view of Norwich. Next, I walk up Elm Hill and arrive at work at about 8:35 a.m. Now, I want to give you some homework just to think about before the next present simple video. Which verb form do we use to make a present simple sentence? Does that change for the negative or the question forms in the present simple? And is there anything else we need to add when making a negative or a question? That's all for today. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.